Carla van Laar. Is that properly pronounced?
Well, in Australia, people tend to just say Van Laar, but I think, yeah, the Dutch would say more like Van Laar. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Fantastic. Carla, it is a delightful moment for us to see you and chat with you from your homeland, Australia. I understand you have been an artist for more than 30 years. During those years, you have accomplished a Master of Creative Art Therapy and a doctorate of therapeutic art practice. What made you believe it was necessary to help others through art?
Oh, good question. I guess art has always helped me. I do remember when I was young, I made a conscious choice that I didn't necessarily believe that to be a good artist that you would have to have a life of suffering. And I tried to have a good life, but I did go through my own phase of suffering because my first son had a short life. He had a terminal illness. And I guess art helped us during his life to have a lot of quality time together. And then after he passed, it was art that I turned to in my grief. And it was art that really helped me to get through. And so it was through that experience really that I decided that I wanted to honour his life in some way, really, by helping others through art. And so it's all about really helping to ease suffering and helping people to have a good life.
It's definitely a matter of emotions, correct?
Oh, absolutely.
To heal, how to enjoy, how to, embrace all the emotions. Now, is it easy for you to detach when painting as an artist from being an art therapist?
I don't know if I need to detach.
Okay.
Yeah, the two things, so my art practice and my art therapy practice are really intertwined. Okay. So they inform each other and they feed into each other. So my art practice helps me, if you like, to process some of the painful things that I hear from other people. And also my art practice trains me to be attentive and patient and sensitive, because when we're painting, we're observing and we're paying attention to subtleties and nuances. And I think those things help me to be a better therapist as well.
Beautiful. Now, the question that I ask every single artist: who is the artist that deeply motivate you the most?
Oh.
Or how many artists motivate you the most?
Look, in honesty, the painter, the artworks that have most inspired me throughout my life would probably be those of Claude Monet. And yeah, I love what he did in breaking rules early on with Impressionism. And I love that at a time when symbolism was very popular, that he was painting from his senses. And that's something that has always inspired me, because I just love looking at the world outside myself and drinking it in through my eyes. And I think that he loved doing that too. But also, of course, as a woman, as a female artist, there are women who inspire me. And there's a couple of Australian, women painters who particularly inspire me. Margaret Olley and Margaret Preston, an early modernist. And the reason I love them is because they also painted from life, and they had a fascination with organic shapes and forms. And they were doing their art in a time when it was even more difficult for women to be artists. So they deeply inspire me. Yeah.
Well, I am pleased to see you, to meet you, and I'm so honored to have you at LinkedIn New York City Women of the World. Thank you for your time, Carla.
Carly, thank you so much. You're doing such a great job, and I thank you from my heart.